Hey guys, jkbane Tech, and I wanted to show you a video of how to change the links in your Moto 360 steel band. When I got this, the band is just too small for me, so they actually include some extra links, and I'm going to add these to them, so I want to show you how to do it. And first of all, I went on Amazon and got a watch repair tool kit. I'll leave a link down below if you want to get one for yourself. Actually really inexpensive, and these are just some basic tools that you can get. This is not the whole kit, just the ones I'm going to need for this installation. If you want a link of how to remove the links, I'll leave a link down below so you can be able to take off the band itself, but I've already got it all taken off because I actually installed this TYLT band, and it's actually within that same video of how to remove the pins out of the face itself. Basically, you just take a tool like this, you press the pins down and get some pressure, and it kind of just springs out. Again, I'll have a link down below in the description for that part. So let's go ahead and get this all put together. I'm going to put one link on each end, that way it kind of balances it out. And it should be big enough at that point. If not, we'll add the extra one so that way it can fit my wrist. So basically, this is just a little block that you use, and what it does is that you can put this in the grooves, and when you're gonna basically hammer down into these pins, and it gives you space for the pin to just kind of fall. So we'll go ahead and just line this up right here, put it inside the grooves. And you're going to want to line up where the pin is with the hole that's installed. Like you get these little holes that you can see here. Next, you're going to get this little punch, and then you're going to use the soft tool right here to just kind of pound it down. So you can do that method, or like if you order a kit like mine, there's actually this little tool here that might be actually a little easier. So basically, you just put the band in there, and this twists and just kind of pushes it out. So that's what we're going to do. This should be the easiest way to do it versus making a bunch of pounding noise. So once you get it lined up, just kind of slowly push it. You can kind of start seeing this go right there. So just untwist that. Grab your set itself of pliers. You should be able just to pull it on out. When you do pull the pin out, there's actually two pins, so be careful. Basically, you have a skinny pin that goes inside of the other pin, and that's how you get it out. So be careful not to lose those pieces. And since we're doing this to both sides, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side going as well. Alright, so I got all the links that I need out, so it's time to put everything back in. Basically, just do the reverse thing. You're going to want to find where you want to add them. I'm just going to line them up, and you can put the pins in, and you're going to pound those things in. But what you're going to want to do is place the small pin inside of the hole here. Get that lined up. And then you're going to place this part right here. Get your bigger pin, and then begin to press it on inside. Alright, so that link is added, and you're just going to do that to the other side as well. Get your small pin. It's basically got a tube on the inside if you didn't figure that out by now. Grab your bigger pin. Put it inside the hole. Place it in this thing here. Get your hammer. I actually recommend kind of holding it down with two hands like this, or two fingers rather. So that goes in pretty easy. And then you're just going to get your other pins that you took it out. Basically do what you were doing before. Just make sure that you got the right ones added. So just do that for each link, and that's all you got to do. Alright, so we got all the links added. All we have to do is connect the watch now. Alright, so for this particular watch, the 18mm comes with these little braces here. For just reference, you're just going to want to put this in here. That way you can just kind of see how it's going to line up. That way you can get everything on the right side that you need to. Then you take your spring pins here and they're going to go straight through, just like that. But you're obviously going to want to add the band itself. So an easy way to kind of get everything lined up the way that you need to. This is the direction that everything's going into. Just put your band down right here. Again, this goes in just like so. If you need a point of reference, you can always just put it on in here before you put the pin back in. That way you can kind of make sure that you got everything lined up. Just take your pin and place it on the inside of the holes. And it goes straight through. And what you're going to want to do is on the inside that there's these little indentations that these little pins rest in. You're going to find one and then you're going to work the other one in. Like this, it's got a little fork end to kind of push this down, or you can try to use your fingernail to get it down enough to where it can just kind of slide on in. And be very careful with this part because I ended up, when I uninstalled this, I ended up cracking right here. And it's just kind of frustrating, but you don't want to do that to your watch, so just be careful what you're doing. So this actually takes quite a bit of work just to get this back in, so take your time, don't force anything. That's the best advice I could give you. The way I got this in, I got that one side on here, on in, and I just kind of inched it in, and I pushed. I'm going to try to do this on the other side on camera for you, but I had to just take it away. But I pushed the pin in with my thumb like this and got it to where it's very, very close. Then I got my other tool and just kind of pushed it in, and it finally just kind of popped in place. So just take your time with it. Don't force anything. You don't want to mess anything up. Let's try to do this on the other side. Hopefully this one will go in a bit easier. So let's try to give this a run on this side. What I did is kind of hold the pin on one side. That way we can kind of find that little indentation. And it's kind of somewhat back in there. If you can see how far back into it I am. That's what you're going to want to look for. Get your other one. Hold it down. You can kind of see here. What I'm going to do is just kind of push this in. Alright, so hopefully I can get the angle on this, but basically I got it close enough to where I could just get this to push in. Alright, so there we are, we got it inside. It's just the main thing is to get that first pin in there and then just get, press this down as much as you can, see if you can get it hung up on the edge there, and then take a tool like this and then just push that pin inside, and then it just kind of pops into place. Then you got yourself your resized watch. This is with all the pins, the extra ones that it comes with, and you can kind of gauge yourself on how many pins you're going to need to take or remove. Kind of depends on your comfort level. There's that. So that's all of them on there. That's all the ones that it came with. If you need any bigger, you got some pretty dang big wrists because I already got some big ones. This is definitely too small for me at first. I'm probably going to try to take out one link just to see how the comfort level is. So I'm not sure if I want that much room or play involved. So that is how you remove and add links to your Moto 360, especially if you get the one that comes with the steel, and you can basically get it to the size that you want. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you thought that this video was helpful to you, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave a comment down below. I'll try to help you out as best as I can. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you can see more videos like this.